Welcome, everyone. My name is Van Alfonso, and I'm the GM at Blair Technology Solutions. Blair Technology is a division of NoviPro Group, is a leading IT solutions provider focused on empowering organizations to drive digital transformation and achieve long-term business success. Traditional forecasting methods are no longer sufficient, highlighting the need for more sophisticated approaches. With me today is Stephen Ondrick, Senior Alliance Specialist with SaaS Institute, and Stephen will introduce you to SaaS Intelligent Planning. Stephen?
Thanks, Levin. I wanted to start our presentation today with the power of one. So if you increase your inventory precision so that you're able to sell one more unit for every 100, this translates into $10 million of incremental revenue for every $1 billion of gross revenue. Today, we're just going to focus on a few facets of SaaS so that you can achieve better inventory precision. But first, I want to talk about SaaS for those who don't know what SaaS is. SaaS is truly a global company with 12,000 employees in over 140 countries. We have more than 70,000 customer sites using SaaS. We have 4 R&D centers across the globe that will help you keep a step ahead of the competition. We have R&D centers in the United States, China, India, and the United Kingdom. And our support for you is extended by more than 1,700 partners globally, and Blair is one of them. SaaS is a cloud-native, cloud-portable platform that gives customers choice and control. We can use data and AI wherever and however you need it. In today's world, progress isn't following a linear trajectory. It is rapidly evolving, where the tempo and the magnitude of change has been amplified by a single catalyst, technology. Think about all that's what's happening today. Drones delivering packages, self-driving cars, augmented reality, AI helping doctors detect cancer, and digital currencies replacing money. With all of this data, we need to be processing this fast. And SaaS is fast. And don't take our word for it. The Fortune Group independently studied SaaS and its performance. And on average, we were 30 times faster than open source and up to 326 times faster when we were using complex models. So what does this mean? It means you can tackle more business problems and deliver more results for no more than you're spending today. Or it could mean you run the same workloads and lower your cloud operating costs by up to 86%. SaaS will support you and help you simplify your data and AI ecosystem. We've been doing it for over 50 years, or almost 50 years, and we continue to support our customers. Throughout the entire AI and analytics lifecycle, we deliver software that delivers 3 qualities: productivity, performance, and trust. We know that SaaS is faster than our competition. Our software delivers performance that our customers expect, and the results that they deliver are trustworthy. And trustworthiness is not just another buzzword. It's a requirement that we trust the results that AI-driven solutions deliver. In addition, another area of distinction is our award-winning industry solutions, and many of these are mission-critical to businesses and bottom lines. So I'm going to start with a high-level overview of the intelligent planning solution. But before we do that, let's talk about the analytics lifecycle at the bottom of the screen. It begins with data and data management. Once the data has been prepared, we can develop models, and these could be a forecast model, an optimization model. Once those models have been developed, we can deploy those insights, generate by the models, such as an order recommendation or an alert for a fault, for example. So within the context of intelligent planning, if we look on the left side of the screen, we can ingest data from many types of sources. Our suite is unique from other solutions in this marketplace. Then when we have the data, we can forecast and provide recommendations. And this finally culminates by feeding these into a plan where we review and adjust. And on the bottom below the data forecast and plan boxes, we can use visualizations to support our analytics journey and the life cycle. Then finally, on the far right, the results are sent to downstream systems, processes, users. SaaS is agnostic to all of that.
So, Stephen, I have a question. Would SaaS intelligent planning integrate with the customer's ERP system?
Absolutely. We integrate with systems such as SAP, Oracle, Mojix, and Epicor, just to name a few. And we fill those gaps that these solutions have around planning, predictive modeling, and optimization.
Okay. What about Excel? So, we run a IT trends report every year, and we found that 62% of non-IT decision makers cited Microsoft Excel as their data analysis tool versus their counterparts in IT who were more likely to cite business intelligence, data visualization, and dashboard tools. What's the difference between Excel and intelligent planning?
That's a great question, Luven. It's the de facto standard. It seems with it, that Excel that we're competing against Excel, and I'm going to switch this next slide, and I think that'll help put it in context. So if we dive into intelligent planning, kind of working our way down, we have the data ingestion and orchestration. We can do the forecasting and modeling. We'll talk about that in a bit. We've got our worksheets and our processes. So one thing that's different here that I want to point out is we're multidimensional. An Excel spreadsheet is two-dimensional. You can extend that to three if you add another tab, and then that's a third dimension. But intelligent planning is n-dimensional, so we can use dimensions that you could only dream of in Excel. And then that's all supported by visualizations, dashboards, and all those metrics. But then underlying all of that is the platform automation. So that's the AI and the machine learning that we can use to develop those models. And again, if we look at the very bottom of our screen, uh, we can take data from any source and we can push it to any source. And I think we can go even a little bit deeper in terms of the differences between Excel and intelligent planning. So if you look on the screen now, we have a plethora of capabilities that Excel just doesn't have. So we've got our demand sensing, which is short-term and long-term forecasting using machine learning, deep learning models. We've got new product forecasting, which is attribute-based for new products with no historical data. We've got forecast value add, so that's a report-based support to help the demand planner in decision making. Further enhancement to predict whether to override or not in the direction of the override process. We've got a price demand model, so that's a specially driven model to generate base demand forecasts using price elasticities, promotion effects, holiday effects, other cross effects to support price optimization. We've got product lifecycle management, history adjustments based on successor and predecessor relationships. If again we look in the merchandise financial, we've got assortment rationalization to help determine what products you need, order optimization, what to order and at what time. We can look at into inventory management under supply planning, where we've got a proc opt model that generates orders for multi-echelon networks. We've got allocation and size optimization. We've got digital twins, service level balancing. And today we're just going to focus on demand sensing and inventory optimization.
Okay. I have another question then. A lot of organizations using Excel to predict sales are likely to be in the middle of the maturity curve. What is it that they're likely missing or unable to do?
But that's a great question. So I'm going to focus on demand sensing, just the one facet, just to give you a flavor, is demand sensing provides short-term, highly accurate forecasting based on internal and external demand signals. This is utilized to influence the shape of the demand curve at the location item level, and it allows businesses to better manage that volatile demand. So that means improved availability, better business continuity and efficiencies, and better, and more customer satisfaction. And if we go a little bit deeper just on how demand sensing works, is we're going to sense those demand signals faster as to changes in the marketplace. We're going to be able to align faster to those fluctuations. We're going to align demand and supply with improved customer service. We're going to use less inventory doing it and waste and working capital. And we can do this either in a supply-driven organization or demand organization. It doesn't matter. And this is where SaaS is a great fit. And if we extend that a bit further and look at inventory optimization, if we drive into that, we can use those robust demand forecasts. And again, we only talked about demand sensing. We have the other machine learning models that a lot of people have known that we're known for. So we can use these comprehensive demand signals to determine the right stock at the right place at the right time. And using those demand signals, we can ensure that we've got the most effective distribution of inventory, especially in those multi-echelon networks. So what does that mean? Again, improved availability, we're minimizing our inventory costs, and we're maximizing our revenue. And that's all done by a tier distribution. We can do this in a tier distribution way. So we can look at the multi-echelon network, so we can use those product attributions. We can do this on a daily or weekly basis, so we can determine those demand forecasts and update them along with the inventory position. We can include fixed order costs and holding costs. And this is all done simultaneously through the network. And our objective, of course, is to meet that demand, minimize those costs, maximize that revenue, and we can use the constraints of lead times, service level expectations, min max, shelf maximum, and then the other order constraints that people are using. And what does it mean? We've got the optimal inventory order. We can then take that and do external and internal collaboration. So, for example, with our visualizations, we can align the supply and the demand planners. We can align the supplier or the manufacturer with the vendor. Those possibilities are endless there. But again, we're going to increase our sales, our revenue, our margin, and we're going to reduce our costs. And I'm going to switch gears a little bit here. We talk about just the two facets of intelligent planning, but I'm going to talk about it in the terms of a maturity curve, so we can talk about a more holistic approach.
Does it matter where someone is on the maturity curve?
Not at all, Leuven. There's no one size fits all. Everyone's analytic journey is different, and this is why we've developed the maturity curve. We can accommodate those who are at the beginning of their analytic journey, and we can provide value to those who are quite advanced. And it doesn't necessarily have to be done in any order. But it does start with data and data orchestration and building and analyzing insights. Then, for example, we could start with demand sensing and forecast automation, or perhaps it's an inventory optimization problem that we want to start with. But at the end of the day, we develop this maturity curve, and you derive value all the way along. But as you start to mature, we get into this strategic evolution.
So would a customer need a data scientist role to manage an application like this?
Not necessarily. The solution itself is quite intuitive, and most of those people who are doing demand planning probably have the basic knowledge to use it. But that being said, this is where Blair can help. If we want to take advantage of these higher level models like machine learning or the demand sensing, Blair could step in and provide that service for you. And the other way it could morph is Blair does a mentorship and brings your analytic team up to speed. Or again, if costs are concerned, Blair can take that on for you and provide that as a service. It doesn't necessarily matter which way you go, because again, you're getting value across your journey. And I guess to summarize, we've just talked about two facets of intelligent planning: the demand sensing and inventory optimization. We've talked about a maturity curve. Your analytics journey is not a one-size-fits-all approach, but we can ensure that you get value for each phase of your journey. Now, we can continue with the conversation of all the features here, but also if we widen the scope, we've got other solution areas that can provide value, such as customer intelligence. So under customer intelligence, we have things like identity management, customer segmentation, and we can support your omni-channel journey. And on the other side of intelligent planning, we have the Internet of Things, which includes event stream processing, proximity marketing, field quality analytics, and predictive maintenance, just to name a few. At the end of the day, our focus is to solve a wide variety of business problems using the solutions that SaaS has to bear. And by identifying these problems, we can solve them and connect them so that we have one version of the truth and be on one fully collaborative platform. And how SaaS can help you is nearly endless.
All right, thanks, Stephen. So as we start to wrap up, there are two observations that I wanted to highlight. So demand planners often spend over 50% of their time managing information and data with limited focus on strategy, delivery, and supply chain enablers. What are your thoughts?
We hear this all the time. SaaS helps demand planners work smarter, not harder. I mean, we've heard this before. this allows, if we're working smarter and we're working harder, we're allowing the planner to manage exceptions and focus on high value changes. So the rest of their job, is the things that they can never get to is analysis, reporting, refinement of models, etc.
Okay. And the second is supply chain organizations need to minimize bias and gut instinct from forecasts and leverage external causal factors to better predict demand and market trends.
So, if we look at our demand sensing model brings in those external causals, and when we develop that, especially with our trustworthy platform, we reduce that bias. In addition, and we only touched upon it in the one slide, is we have the forecast value add process. That's going to provide immediate feedback to the planner that the adjustments that they're making are indeed valuable. So this is going to guide the planner to even further managing the true exceptions. And as we're starting to close, I want to leave you with the same thought that we started with, the power of one. We covered a lot of stuff. Think of all the places that this applies to you, given that we've seen just a small slice of what SaaS has to offer.
Yeah, this is a powerful slide that shows the financial value of an approach like intelligent planning. So, we just scratched the surface of what SaaS has to offer. However, Blair is here to help you navigate the analytics journey. We look forward to helping you learn more about Blair and SaaS. So, on behalf of Stephen and myself, thank you for spending time with us today. Have a great day, everyone.